Hello, my dear students. Welcome to the subject of statistics for the class 12th English medium, part 2, chapter 5, differentiation, presented to you by Vitan Sir. Let us start with one of the illustrations of maximizing and minimizing of the functions. This is the concept which I taught you in the previous tutorial. We had only done one example of the said concept. So let us start this tutorial with one of the examples of the same. Illustration 26, find the maximum and the minimum values of the function y, that is x cube minus 2x square minus 4x minus 1. Okay, let me write it down as the function of x, and the first step in the maximum and the minimum values of the function is to find the first order derivative. So the first order derivative for the said function, that is f dash x, will be x cube will be 3x square, 2x square will be 4x, 4x will be just 4, and minus 1 will be 0. So the first order derivative will be 3x square minus 4x minus 4. Now what we have to do is we have to assume that f dash x is 0. Okay, that is 3x square minus 4x minus 4 is 0. Now we have to factorize them. How do we factorize? We have to multiply the first value and the last value and try to get the middle value equal to them. The first value here is 3, the last value is 4, so 3 4s are 12. So I need to make my middle value 4. I need to split it into two values with which we can make it a 12. So I am assuming 6 and 2, negative 6, positive 2, 6 2s are 12. So it will be 3x square minus 6x plus 2x minus 4. As you can see, the middle value is negative 6x and positive 2x. That will be negative 4x, which is the actual value. And when I multiply 6 with 2, I get the negative 12, which is the multiplication of the first and the last values. Okay, now the first part here is 3x square minus 6x. The second part is 2x minus 4. I need to get the common values out of it. The first part will have the common 3x, while the second part will have common just 2. So when I remove 3x from the first part, the remainder is x minus 2. When I remove 2 from the second part, the remainder is again x minus 2. That's what I want to have. Okay, now when I simplify it, the factors are x minus 2 and 3x plus 2, that is equal to 0. So x minus 2 is 0. Oh, 3x plus 2 is 0. So when I simplify it, x is equal to 2 or x is equal to negative 2 upon 3. So these are the two options of x which I have. Now the next step will be to find the second order derivative. So the first order derivative 3x square minus 4x minus 4 will be again differentiated to find second order derivative. That will be 6x minus 4. Okay, 3x square will be 6x, 4x will be 4, and negative 4 will be 0. What I need to do, one by one I will put the values of x into this equation and find the answer. First I will take x is equal to 2, so f double dash 2 will be 6 into 2 minus 4, that will be 12 minus 4, that is 8, which is greater than 0. Now when the second order derivative is greater than 0, the function is minimum. So function will be minimum. Next I will take x as negative 2 upon 3. I will put that negative 2 upon 3 into my second order derivative to get 6 into negative 2 upon 3 minus 4. Okay, so that will be negative 4 minus negative 4 is equal to negative 8, which is less than 0. And when second order derivative is less than 0, it becomes maximum. So function will be max. So when I take x as 2, I will get the minimum value, and when I take x as negative 2 upon 3, I will get the maximum value. So one by one we will put it into the actual equation, taking f is equal to 2 for minimum value. So x cube will be 2 cube, 2x square will be 2 into 2 square, 4x will be 4 into 2 minus 1. When we simplify, 8 minus 8 minus 8 minus 1, and again simplifying it, I will get the negative 9. So the minimum value of function will be negative 9. Next I will take f is negative 2 upon 3 for the maximum value. I will replace all the x's in the original function with negative 2 upon 3. Now this will might be a typical sum. Negative 2 upon 3 cube will be negative 8 upon 27. Negative 2 upon 3 square will be negative 4 upon 9 into negative 2 upon 3 square will be 4 upon 9 into negative 2 will be negative 8 upon 9. negative negative positive for the next step, and 4 to the 8 upon 3 minus 1. Now I will be taking LCM for all of these things. LCM will be 27. So in the division 27 will be there. In the multiplication, first 8 upon 27, 8 will be as it is. For 8 upon 9, 8 3s are 24. For 8 upon 3, 8 9s are 72, and for the negative one it will be negative 27. So when I solve this, I will get 13 upon 27. So the maximum value of the function is 13 upon 27. So with this, our maximum and minimum value question is over. In the future, when I take further concepts, in that this concept will be repeated that time. Now we will start with a new concept, that is the marginal revenue and marginal cost. Now marginal revenue and marginal cost are the concepts of the economics and business, but we can use the statistical methods to calculate that. If we denote the price of a commodity by P and its demand by X, then we get the relation that X is the function of P, or P is the function of X. That is, function of price is X, so that's the demand function. If the income or revenue obtained by selling X units of a commodity is denoted by R, then revenue is X into P. That means the price multiplied by number of units sold. So total income which you earn will be number of units sold multiplied by their selling price. So capital R is equal to X into P. Now the change in the revenue due to small change in demand is called the marginal revenue. Now this is a concept which you have studied in the economics in the 11th. So that same concept we are applying here, but with this statistical method. So the marginal revenue will be dr upon dx. Now usually we take dy upon dx. Now here the function is not y, the function is capital R. So we are taking dr upon dx. That means we just have to find the first order derivative of the given equation, and that will be all. If we denote the cost of producing X units as C, then C can also be called a function of X. That means the change in cost due to small change in production is called the marginal cost. So marginal revenue is the small change in the revenue, and marginal cost is the change in the cost. So same method here, marginal cost will be dc upon dx. Marginal revenue is dr upon dx, and marginal cost is dc upon dx. That means we just have to find the first order derivative for the given equations, and that's all. That will be all. This is something which we have always been doing. So let's just take some illustration and it will be easier to understand. First illustration, that is illustration 27. If the demand function of pizza is P is equal to 150 minus 4x, then find the marginal revenue when demand is of 3 pizzas and interpret it. Okay, the demand function P is equal to 150 minus 4x is given, but to calculate marginal revenue we need the revenue function. So the given function here is the demand function, that is P is equal to 150 minus 4x, and we know that the revenue function will be R is X into P. So what we are going to do, R is equal to X into P, that is 150 minus 4x, and when we simplify it becomes 150x minus 4x square. Now we need to calculate the marginal revenue, that is dr upon dx, and when we find the derivative of the 150x minus 4x square, we get 150 minus 8x. Okay, so that is the marginal revenue function. Now the demand is of 3 pizzas, so that means the demand of pizza is 3, that is x is equal to 3. We will put the value of x into our marginal revenue equation. 150 minus 8x, that is 8 into 3, that is 150 minus 24, that is 126. Okay, so when the demand is of 3 pizzas, the marginal revenue will be 126 rupees. That means the revenue from selling 4th pizza, that is the next pizza, is approximately 126 rupees. So it is a method of estimating that what will be the revenue from one additional unit sold. If I have sold 3 pizzas and I want to estimate that is it profitable to sell one more, I can use this method to estimate my income, and based on that I can compare that this is my cost, this is my revenue, whether I should be selling one more pizza or not. We will take one more to understand it. If the demand function of a commodity is X is equal to 50 minus P upon 2, then find the marginal revenue when price is 30. Okay, now this is a bit different. Usually we have P is equal to values. Right now we have X is equal to value. So what we are going to do is we have to simplify this into our regular system. Okay, X is equal to 50 minus P upon 2. So we will change the side of 2. That will be 2X is equal to 50 minus P. Next we are going to swap negative P and 2X with the places. So we will get P is equal to 50 minus 2X. Now this becomes our regular equation. Now this is the price equation. The revenue function will be X into 50 minus 2X because it is X into P. So R is 50X minus 2X square. Okay. Next we need the marginal revenue function, that is dr upon dx, that is 50 minus 4x. Now the price is 30 rupees, but as you can see in our question we only have X, we don't have P. What we are going to do, we are going to put the value of P into our first demand function, that is X is equal to 50 minus P upon 2, that is 50 minus 30 upon 2, that is 20 upon 2, that is 10. So using the price we got the demand, that is X. X is the demand, remember that. Now we will put this value of X into our marginal revenue equation, that is marginal revenue, that is dr upon dx, that is 50 minus 4 upon 4 into 10, that is 50 into minus 40, that is 10. Okay, that means revenue from selling 11th unit. Okay, X was 10, so 11th unit is approximately 10 rupees. So when in the question directly P is not given, we have to first find the P equation, multiply it with X to get the revenue function, find the marginal revenue function, and then if units are directly given, then put it into X. If price is given, then find the units and then put it into our equation. So we will get the marginal revenue. Let us take one illustration for the cost function also. Illustration 29, the cost function of a commodity is C is equal to 5x square plus 6x plus 2000. X is the number of units produced and we have to find the marginal cost when production, that is X is 50. Okay, the cost function here is C is equal to 5x square plus 6x plus 2000. As cost function is quite easy, we don't have complexities like finding revenue function and then finding marginal revenue. We can directly find the marginal revenue, that is cost, that is dc upon dx here. 5x square will be 10x, 6x will be 6, and 2000 will be 0. Okay, the next step we have the production, that is X, that is 50 units here. We will take X is equal to 50, that is production, and put it into our marginal cost function, that is dc upon dx. 10 into 50 plus 6, that is 500 plus 6, that is 506. Okay, so just write the statement, cost of production producing 51st unit is approximately 506 rupees. Okay, so with this I end my tutorial here. Next time we will study some further concepts, the elasticity of demand and etc. concepts are there. We will be studying it. So stay tuned, stay home and stay safe.